Sally's home in Rome. On a way down by Sally's home. Oh, just what we do. I get it up. Way down by Sally's home. Oh, just what we do. I call my wife, she texts me back. She say the children living a hard attack. I hurry home, she hit me one lick. I serve the woman, you must see sick. She say where you been, who you been with? Cause Audrey glowing, tell me you was I wanna go way down by oh, just what we do. I got enough. Way down by oh, just what we gonna do. Man, look your mom and stack always looking for me, you know. My wife sharp, I ain't got no more black clothes in my drawer. She burn up everything. Tell me say I ain't getting out no more, no black shoes, black shade. Look here, let me tell you something. Black shoes, hiding all inside the dirt. Inspect looking for me, cause my wife put me on a ABB. Black shoes, hiding all inside the dirt. Inspect looking for me, cause my wife put me on a ABB. Black shoes, hiding all inside the dirt. Inspect looking for me, cause my wife put me on a ABB. Black shoes, oh, inspect looking for me. Inspect looking for me. Black shoes, black shade. Look at man, look here. I'm tired of this man. Inspect always have any time. Got me on the APB. Man, I travel, they put me on the side of the airport, tell me I can't travel no more. Black shoes, black shade.
Sorry for you, boy. What your ma gonna do when she find out about you, boy? People, boy, on the next side of the ocean, boy, they gon' hear the commotion, and you gon' need surgical operation when she finish with you. When Johnny Ma gone in town, before she leaves, she say, yeah, Johnny, watch the pot. Don't let it get too hot. But as she turn away, yeah, Johnny gon' go play and he gon' live to regret this day. Well, the cat jumped through the window, knocked the pot off the stove. The wind blow the fire and make it burn much higher. The fire catch the curtain catch the roof, and Johnny Ma clapboard house burn down. Oh, naughty Johnny, oh naughty Johnny, oh naughty Johnny, oh naughty Johnny. Boy, I'm sorry for you, boy. What your mom gonna do when she find out about you, boy? People, boy, on the next side of the ocean, boy, they gon' hear the commotion, and you gon' need surgical operation when she finished with you. When Johnny Ma come back home, all she find was cinder. She get the whole story from a neighbor named Miss Pinder. She fall on she knees and say, yeah, if I have my way, that boy gonna live to regret this day. She look under the floor, she look in the bushes, she look in one old car what leave alongside the road. She asked all the neighbors, but all they could say was naughty Johnny, he went that way. Oh, naughty Johnny, oh naughty Johnny, oh naughty Johnny, oh naughty Johnny. Boy, your mom gonna do when she find out about you, boy? People, why, on the next side of the ocean, why, they gon' hear the commotion, and you gon' need surgical operation when she finish with you.
Yeah, boy. Oh, you also want only the road people digging it. We got some real digging going on. And they get on like they looking for gold. Hey, you come around me, say you want one job. With your pants hang down, but you look like you want rob. Half of your head bald and you got the neck side flat. Man, you can't come around my customers like that. Furthermore, tell me why you bring these boys with you. Everyone head picky and everyone face screw. Now you getting mad cause I run y'all from around me. How many y'all come for one job, boy? Stop digging in your bungie. Yeah, you want come for a job, but you bring all your boys. And they smell like bacteria and the stink. And they tasting up my place like they won't rob. But anyhow, let's deal with the crime situation. Hey! You blaming the police for the crime all about. But you hiding them criminals inside your house. You giving them food, man, you giving them money. It's like you rewarding them for doing them bad things. You need to man up and turn their backside in. Cause all this killing and crime has got this country in a spin. Now you can't get mad cause you didn't bend that tree. Stop blaming society for you digging in your bungie. You ain't never here but spare the rod, spoil the child. Yeah, you gonna be around here but, oh, not my good child. You don't need to stop, you know. Hey! Play that, boy. Music. This for all them people who get caught up in politics. Tell me if you think a rich man in society could ever care about the troubles of you and me. You think he gonna leave the big house in the middle of the night to come and check up on you and me to make sure we alright? They leaving their business and take a salary cut because they care about us. Yeah, right. We need to wake up. We fighting about party while they sharing up the money. We need to catch myself cause man, we digging and we bungie. Yeah, successful lawyers and doctors and all these other kind of rich people, they taking on a humanitarian stand. They only take something funny but that. Hey, some of you young people, man, digging. Even some of them old people, they digging. All of the criminals, they digging. Even politicians, man, they digging. Hey! Now guess what? I can take it easy on the people of the cloth, right? Cause they're really digging, but I ain't gonna lie, it's probably a little, maybe a light scratch. You know what I mean? Yeah, stop trying to blame people and let each one of us try change something. You all little criminals, time they hip in and stop digging. Yeah, stop wearing your pants too big, you want respect. Man, you gotta earn that, boy. And don't look for no political job, man. Be prepared to get on that job and wait for your money. Then you ain't gotta be scared of government change or none, brothers and sisters. Don't be no fool. Stay in school. Stop smoking grass. Stay in class. All right. Yes, sir. You got CBS in the house. The Bimini boy. Yeah, man, we come here to hold some head and arms and toes and ties. Oh, man. We gonna work out tonight, y'all. Yes, I. Come and hold your head up high. While your waist, girl, touch the sky. Shake your body, girl, touch the ground. Up and down and all around. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and touch the rest and shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Ooh. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up.
shake it up, shake it up. Shake your body line, yeah. Come along and touch your toes. Come and show me just how it goes. Touch your knees and touch your waist. Touch yourself all around the place. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and show me the rest and shake it up, 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 shake your body line, yeah, come on. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and show me the rest and shake it up, 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 shake your body line. Come on now, let me see you do this. Watch it. Touch your toes and touch your ankle and touch your shank and touch your knees and touch your thighs and touch your waist and grab your bottom and wind your boogie. Shake it up, 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 shake your body line. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and show me the rest and shake it up, 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 shake your body line. I love the way y'all do it, girls. Y'all look so great out there shaking it up. Y'all don't get tired, eh? Man, I see some of the fellas that stop and go on the dance floor. Y'all girls just insist on shaking it up, man. Don't stop. Let me see y'all, man. Come on, do this. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Hey, KB.
Yes, sir.
Boy, you know, when you love these women, it'll really make you do some crazy things.
Boy, I agree with you, Ronnie.
Listen, you gotta check this out. This really happened to me.
What?
Yes, boy.
Why you gotta hear this?
My gal asked me to lick ice cream off her she kitchen floor. To prove my love, I had to do it,
She's a freaky.
or she won't check for me no more. In spite of all the dirt and rubbish, in spite of all the muck and stains, if she really did want me, sop it up, at least she could have cleaned. 'Cause horse for horse, goat for goat, not every water does float your boat. Bone for dog and milk for cat. Once I happy, then I down with that. But I'll try anything once. There's not much I wouldn't do. Yes, I'll try anything once. 'Cause gal, you know I is a fool for you. Ah, yes, man. Come on now. Oh yeah. Play that thing, man. Play that thing.
Wait, Ronnie, let me tell you what happened to me. Check this out.
Come on now. Come on, KB.
My girl asked me for a threesome, and I asked her why. She said she want to spice up her love life. I said I'll maybe give it a try. Boy, I was so happy. I felt like I could fly. But when she said she wanted a threesome, man, I didn't know she meant with another guy. Oh, cow for cow, sheep for sheep, someone boy blue, someone for peep, bone for dog, and cheese for rat. Once I happy, then I down with that. But I'll try anything once.
I always knew you was like that.
Oh, I'll try it, yes indeed. Oh, I'll try anything once. 'Cause once is all I need. Oh, I'll try anything once.
You really did that?
Yes, not much I wouldn't do. Oh, I'll try anything once. Oh, 'cause gal, you know I is a fool for you. I's a fool, Ronnie. Come on, let's go.
Oh, come on, Colin. Come on, Colin. Play the thing, boy. Play that thing.
That sounds sweet.
Yes, indeed. Finger licking, finger licking. Horse for horse, goat for goat. Not every water does float your boat. Bone for dog and milk for cat. Once I happy, then I down with that. But I'll try anything once.
Yes. Oh, I'll try it, yes indeed. I'll try anything once. 'Cause once is all I need. Oh, I'll try anything once. Oh, there's not much I wouldn't do.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'll try anything once. 'Cause gal, you know I is a fool for you. Oh,
I'll try anything once. Oh, I'll try it, yes indeed. Girl, I'll try anything once. 'Cause once is all I need. Hey, I'll try anything once. There's not much I wouldn't do. I'll try anything once. 'Cause gal, you know I is a fool for you. I'll try anything once.
Ooh, I'll try it, yes indeed. I'll try anything once. 'Cause once is all I need.
Baby, I'll try anything once. There's not much I wouldn't do.
No running.
Hey,
Oh,
I'll try anything once. 'Cause gal, you know I is a fool for you.
I don't go in water, I just go to profile with somebody daughter. I like you, but I hate the love, yeah. You should know I'm a Bahamian from the Bahamas. It's the place you vacation. Slime domino motion and tell me do that. Yeah, you should know I'm a Bahamian from the Bahamas. It's the place you vacation. Slam domino every occasion. If I did it over, I wouldn't change it. Cause this is what I love. Oh, that's what I like. Yeah, I like chicken sauce. Yeah, I might grab me out. Yeah, but she like don't know. She like boy them out. My sister like bamboo shop, but only die stop. Brother just lot of H. Yeah, he was voice and pop. Yeah, I like Pia. Oh, I like Atlantis. Take my girl for Christmas. She say I romantic. She like taking pictures. She like gallivanting. Then we hit the fish fry. We eat at the hundreds. You should know I'm a Bahamian from the Bahamas. It's the place you vacation. Slam domino every occasion. If I did it over, I wouldn't change it. Cause this is what I love. Oh, that's what I like. I like going on the prowl. I don't like to row. I like make my lady proud. I like swimming in the canal. I don't eat conquerors. That just in my style. I like pizza rice, macaroni on the side. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like pizza rice, macaroni on the side. Oh yeah, from Nassau. Oh yeah, from Nassau. Oh yeah, from Nassau. Oh yeah, from Nassau.
Oh, hey, boy, you nosy now. All up in my bricks and corn. Deep in it. I hope you can handle it. I met this street potter. He was all in my face, always in my way, getting on my case. He followed me to breakfast, take me to lunch, get fired from Tribune. Now he wait for the punch. Now I must admit, he was a little cute, but that ain't give him no reason to go look at my birthday suit. You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Acting like statue, like you can't move. You done gone this deep, might as well get the proof. Hey, all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? What? Yeah. Hey, yes, ma. Where you say all up in it? Hey, what? He been in my closet, smelling my shoes. He round my clothesline, say he looking for clues. Digging in my garbage, searching in my drawers. He saw some pictures, he mouth hit the floor. He took out his pen and started to write. The more he looked up, the more he liked. You done all up in my business. Man, what you gonna do? Acting like statue, like you can't move. You done gone this deep, might as well get the proof. Hey, all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? Bring me horns. Woo! Eat. Now that's a reporter. You got a white boy. Investigate. Deep investigation. Check this out. See? Josie put his hand in his pocket, make me itch. Oh yeah. He started to scratch me just where I had an itch. I said, hey, my boy. Boy, what you think this is? You must first try. And if I had a man like Josie, I will L-L-I-C-K. You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Acting like statue, like you can't move. Don't run away, boy. I talking to you. All up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, all your paparazzi and reporters there. I's 100% Bahamian woman. Let me tell you something. You can't lie on this and expect to get away with it. I can tell you that. So when you come correct. Ooh, you investigating, penetrating, getting in my biz, pesterizing, analyzing. What you think this is? You won't go undercover? You got to be brave. If you ain't gonna work, why how you expect to get a raise? He was a little scared, afraid to get hurt. Boy, you done in my biz. Now get to work. You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Acting like statue, like you can't move. You done gone this deep, might as well get deep. Boy, all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Acting like statue, like you can't move. Don't run away, boy. I talking to you. You all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? You just standing there like you can't move. You done gone this deep, makes well find the truth. Boy, all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? You done all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, 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 all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, all up in my business. Ow. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? All up in my business. I'm talking to you, all up in my business. Ooh, now what you gonna do? What? All up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, all up in my business. Now what you gonna do? Ooh, all up in it.
As I was walking down the street one day, I met a pretty lady, she was going my way. I said, lady, would you walk along with me? I'll show you sights of interest, this is my country. Like the water tower and the Queen staircase. And maybe later we could go to my place. She was looking pretty and smiling with me, and I think my line is beguiling. Pretty and smiling with me, and I think my line is beguiling. She, go now. No time flat, I take she by the hand. Yes, 'cause I'm a born Bahamian, but I move too fast, this I was wrong to do. Now I'm gonna know she's Bahamian too. Just for holding she hand, to my surprise, her shoe heel caught me right between my eyes. As she was looking pretty and smiling with me, and I think my line is beguiling. She was looking pretty and smiling with me, and I think my line is beguiling. She, lady ting, man, lady ting. One backhand slap to the side of my face, spitting out my teeth all over the place. Some solid blows up against my head. When the ambulance come, they thought I was dead. Once was enough, take advice from me. When you're looking for a woman, choose carefully. 'Cause Bahamian girls are nice, they've got a whole lot of class. Slip up like I did, and your bungie is grass. 'Cause they'll be looking pretty and smiling with you. You may think your line is beguiling, but oh, they'll be looking pretty and smiling with you. You may think your line is beguiling, but oh, they'll be looking pretty and smiling with you. You may think your line is beguiling, but oh, they'll be looking pretty and smiling. know I was legal when I come to you. You gave me food, clothes, and protection too. You said don't worry about a thing, just show your loyalty. It's the comfort that we'll bring. When I look around, I got papers and passport, working on my visa. I soon gonna be straight. Boss lady tell me send for family. She can clean the house and iron the clothes for me. Confidential, it's a confidential thing. This matter is serious. We don't know what it will bring. Confidential, we must regulate this thing. Confidential, we don't know what it will bring. Modern prison key in Aberco, Exuma, run for half and Ryland. Now for the capital, Carmichael Road, Carbon Road, now for Village and Coconut Grove. Communities all over the place, disregarding this bohemian dream. Confidential, it's a confidential thing. This matter is serious. We don't know what it will bring. Confidential, we must regulate this thing. Confidential, we don't know what it will bring. Yeah. Lord, 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 Lord. Oh yeah. All right. Now I have been job working down the street. I respect government, I did not get insurance. Foreigners coming from all over, doing their own thing with a different culture. This thing been going on a little too long. We've got to take a stand for our native land. Say I must stay love this Bahamas land, 'cause they all want to be Haitian Bohemian. Confidential, it's a confidential thing. This matter is serious. We don't know what it will bring. Confidential, we must regulate this thing. Confidential, we don't know what it will bring. Modern pension fee in Aberco, Exuma, run for half and Ryland. Now for the capital, Carmichael Road, Carbon Road, now for Village and Coconut Grove. Communities all over the place, disregarding this bohemian dream. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Lord, Lord, Lord. We've got to stop this thing. We've got to regulate. Oh yeah. It's so Grand Bahama and Rock. Lord. Oh yeah. Come on. We've got to regulate this thing. Get it straight now. Oh yeah. If we don't do it, we won't have nothing for the generation.
Well, I give you the number one and I drove it home. When I gave her number one, I drove it home. When I gave her number one and she said the fun has just begun, put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number two and I drove it home. When I gave her number two, I drove it home. When I gave her number two, she said, darling, this can't be true. Put your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number three and I drove it home. When I gave her number three, I drove it home. When I gave her number three, she said, please make love to me. Put your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number 4 and I drove it home. When I gave her number 4, I drove it home. When I gave her number 4 and she said, darling, give me more. But your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number 5 and drove it home. When I gave her number 5, I drove it home. When I gave her number 5, she said, oh Lord, I'm so alive. But your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number 6 and I drove it home. When I gave her number 6, I drove it home. When I gave her number 6 and she said, I feel like I won't walk, but your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number 7 and drove it home. When I gave her number 7, I drove it home. When I gave her number 7, she said, darling, I'm in heaven, but your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number 8 and I drove it home. When I gave her number 8, I drove it home. When I gave her number 8, she said, wait, cause I'm a little bit late, but your lips close to mine and drive it home. Then I gave her number 9 and drove it home. When I gave her number 9, I drove it home. When I gave her number 9, she said, oh, I'm right on time, but your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her number 10 and I drove it home, but I was getting tired. When I gave her number 10 and drove it home, I was getting tired. When I gave her number 10 and she said, honey, the old boy Ben, but put your lips close to mine and drive it home. But I raised up number 11 and drove it home. I raised up number 11 and drove it home. When I raised up number 11, she said, you've got to be a Bahamian, but your lips close to mine and drive it home. So I gave her the full 1 dozen and drove it home. I gave her the full 1 dozen and drove it home. When I gave her the full 1 dozen, I found out she was my first cousin, but I put my lips close to hers and I drove it home. You better believe me. Now who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. I want to know who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. Listen. Sissy was living in this apartment. 5 months gone by, they don't pay no rent. They never tipped the maid a solitary cent. So she got some hot pepper, mixed it up in the Vaseline, and away she went. And here the sissy. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Now who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Down with my bungie on fire. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. I want to know who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Who put the pepper in the Vaseline? Oh Lord, I can't stand this pain. Listen, they sent for a police to investigate. 1 o'clock in the morning, sissy policeman knocking on the gate. 1:15, I heard that policeman shout, hey! Somebody put pepper inside my mouth. He was sucking bungie. Who put the pepper in the Vaseline?
grade got to the end, everyone was having a good time, everyone was having fun. Lord, come salad and fried with peas and rice with crab in it too. Mash your root, gal, don't let it bite you. If it bites you, I can bite too. Oh, call the fire engine. Run, tell 'em come quick. I could feel my temperature rising. Never would wake a trip like this. Lord, all over my body, from my head straight down to my feet. Ancient meat, this bank on the good drum, and the saw, Lord, the break so sweet. Come on, play that guitar. Ah, ring that saw and spank that drum. Sweet break and spring. Some people were sitting, but the doctor say I should dance. So I threw off my brand new Nike and I plant my feet on the ground. Lord, thunder followed lightning, soldier crab walking in the sand. Rican Strip is the sweetest music that you hear in the Bahama land. Oh, call the fire engine. Run, tell 'em come quick. I could feel my temperature rising. Never will break a trip like this. Lord, all over my body, from my head straight down to my feet.
Good morning. Let me say it again. Good morning, everyone. I would like to cordially and welcome you to our second staff meeting for the year for Eleuthera. I am so happy to see all the pleasant faces. Hopefully everybody's stomach is full, so they will be tuned in and ready to hear what all we have to discuss today. Before we start, we would like to welcome all the attendees. First and foremost, our lady of the hour, our CEO, Ms. Tony Seymour. Let's give her a hand. Then we have our South Regional Manager, Mr. Pedro Marcelo. We have Ms. Prosa and Ms. Jarrett from Star General, our broker for BPL. We have Ms. Musgrove and Ms. Gator from Atlantic Medical. We have Ms. Cooper and Ms. Davis from HR. We are all familiar with them. Raise your hand, Ms. Davis and Ms. Cooper. For all those who don't know. We have Ms. Jones in benefits. All of these people came to visit Eleuthera to spend time with us. Now, we have Mr. Antonio Dean from BEWU, our union rep. And then we have Mr. Christopher Hanna, Mr. Graham McKinney, and Mrs. Winslet Beckles from the BEMU. Now, Eleuthera must be a special kind of island for us to pull all these heavy hitters to be here with us today. And Madam CEO obviously has a special love for us because she took time out of her busy schedule to spend time with us today. So we would like to say thank you, Ms. Seymour. What did she say? Almost, we almost there. We almost there. So all heads bowed and eyes closed. Let's reverence the Lord. Our Father and our God, we worship you, we honor you, and we glorify your name. We thank you for this day and for bringing us all here safely. We acknowledge you as the God of our lives and the God of BPL. We ask that you allow this time to be a time of fellowship, a time that we can come together with one common goal, and a time where you can be used for your glory to bring us further along. Make Eleuthera be the best island for BPL. In Jesus' name, amen. So, coming with opening remarks is our regional manager, Mr. Pedro Marcelo.
All right, good morning, everyone. Everybody can hear me? All right, first of all, I want to extend my appreciation and thanks to our CEO. This is perhaps the first time you've ever attended our quarterly, monthly meeting. Right, I think last time we had the CEO. So next time is what, Madam Chair? Okay, good. And also be excited to have the union reps here, along with HR. And then, most importantly, right now, we have the persons from the insurance company who will explain to us why premiums always go up when you get a raise. I think that would, you better prepare yourself for that question. I don't know why they always coincide, but that's what usually happens. Just want to first, thank the Eleuthera employees, hard-working Eleuthera employees. So give yourselves like I've said last week, for those of you who may have watched the OPM briefing last week, Thursday, Eleuthera is a very unique operation. Madam CEO assigned me here last year, May I think it was, until February, and then returned me back here, could have been last month sometime. But like I said, this is a very unique operation. And like I said at the press conference, Eleuthera's main line itself, in case some of you employees don't realize it, the main line itself is approximately 110 miles long. Sometime in the late 80s, BEC, which is now BPL, acquired mainland Eleuthera and Harbor Island from Eleuthera Power Light. So let's say we acquired it, say, in 1986. So 86 to 2000 is 14, 14 and 25 is 39. At the time BEC acquired it, it already needed upgrade. So I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate what we have to work with, despite all the challenges, and the challenges being trying to ensure that we meet BPL's primary objective. And that objective is primarily ensuring that consumers get a reliable supply of electricity. That's the most important thing. Anytime there's an issue, CEO always send you a text. They don't be very long, like 3 or 4 words, but you know what I mean. So she sends you these concerns because, Eleuthera right now is at the forefront of BPL. They're trying to get stuff done. Just want to bring some of you up to speed with what's going on in Eleuthera, as some of you might already know. Harbor Island, thanks to the wonderful team we've been using in Harbor Island is now a story that we could tell. So I want to just make sure you guys could just give all of those persons who were a part of making that a success in Harbor Island for us. We've had a lot of challenges in Harbor Island. Came up with a plan, executed the plan, now it's working. Consumers are excited. Now they're giving good testimonial about Harbor Island. We want to take that same model now and bring it to mainland. Mainland right now, one of the biggest challenges I've recognized when I came here was a shortfall in generation. One of the most difficult decisions for myself is when we have to make decisions when Andrew or Paul or someone says, boy, we got a load shed. This is the rotation. I hate doing that. So what we've done is, if you had a chance, for some of you who are here, you had a chance to visit Roxanne. Thankfully, we had 2 brand new generators in Nassau. And right now, we're looking at possibly, based on the good information I've gotten from my generation team, mechanical and electrical, and our T&D team, that we're looking at firing up those units as early as tomorrow. Not bringing them online now, but just starting them up, making sure everything is well, everything is going well with them. And what that is going to do is that it's going to increase the generation capacity of mainland Eleuthera by 3.6 megawatts. I think for too long, it's just my perception, I think for too long, Roxanne and Hatchet Bay needs to be tied together, where Roxanne could have at least some generation capacity. and Hatchet Bay could do likewise. I don't think we should be relying solely on Hatchet Bay. Madam CEO is fully aware that we also, for those persons who live in Tarpon Bay, like Shannara, Tarpon Bay, one of the challenges, main challenges of Tarpon Bay is electricity travels from Hatchet Bay down to Roxanne, then come back to Tarpon Bay. So what we're doing, for Sean, Darrell, the rest of the team, we're putting in a substation by the water plant. Electricity would stop by that substation, go through a transformer, and feed Tarpon Bay persons right there. But Tarpon Bay would still have the option of being fed from Roxanne. Once we've done that, the 2 units we have down there by Roxanne, every month, Shannara sends me these bills what we need to approve for these rentals. Just to let you know, once we get those 2 units up and going down at Roxanne, one of those units is going to be moved from there so that we could get rid of this monthly rental that's just killing us. After we've done that, we'll then move on to some other rentals with some other people that I have a problem with every day because they, for the past month, this other company has been causing us these outages that you see we've been experiencing. Hatchet Bay and Harper Island. So Madam CEO is fully aware of that. So we obviously putting a plan together so we could get our own generators up and going. Thanks to Leslie Cartridge from Long Island and Lovato Hepburn from Providence, we already completed an overhaul parts list to return units 3 and 4 via overhauls by mid-November. And in an effort to save money, because I know CFO always talks about money, we're going to use the craftsman apprentices, bring those in, and we're going to also extend the opportunity to those persons who are ready for trades tests, that they could also be a part of that exercise. So I just want to let you know some of the things going on in mainland Eleuthera and Harbour Island. And lastly, we're getting ready to start a smart metering pilot project. This project would involve 165 consumers. We're looking at 45 in Bryland, 40 in Governor's Harbor, 40 in Palmetto Point, and 40 in Roxanne. Everyone should be aware of the smart metering project. What it does for BPL, most importantly, it helps us with accounts receivable. And we'll be able to reconnect you faster. I didn't say disconnect you quicker, but reconnect you faster. And then for those persons who are on prepaid phone with BTC, cable, or live, you would have that option available to you. So instead, if you call in BPL in the night and say your power just went off, you will know what happened. Ain't no one got to tell you what happened. Your power go off 12 o'clock at night because you need to top it up. So we're conducting this exercise, and you may ask also why we choose those locations. The system that we're putting in requires 110 feet elevation. So we were able to reach out and connect with BTC, and we looked at the different locations, and they were the best location we were able to use. Now, how does one qualify for that? It is still something that is being worked on. One of the suggestions I've had was, what I've given was, let's look at some high-end consumers, you know, those persons with a certain amount, middle class, and then the lower class, and then maybe use that as a yardstick as how we go about who qualifies and so forth. So just thought I'd let you know those stuff that are going on. So again, I appreciate you guys coming out and attending these quarterly meetings. I know after everyone has given their contributions, I'd appreciate also that you be very respectful, and whatever questions you want to ask, do so in a dignified manner. But you know, Eleuthera are good people, next to Long Island. So just be respectful in your questions, and then if there's anything you need to spend some time with any of these persons. I don't expect the union to have any issues, Mr. Fernanda. And where is Denario? Absent? Noticeably absent? No, I don't think we should, because I think Donald and Francis, yeah, we had a meeting recently. Any concerns they had, they expressed some concerns. And I don't see Francis Carey. He always comes to the meeting. Where is he, Donnie? He is working. I'm sure he is watching. And I just, camera over there? Francis, you notice your roof getting fixed, right? Okay, I just want to make sure we point that out. Because every time you attend a meeting, he always talks about this roof in Orchard Bay. Now it's being addressed. All right, thank you very much. I think the next person up to speak will be who? Ms. Cooper? Oh, Ms. Feliciana.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much, Shanara, for inviting us to your quarterly staff meeting. This is my second time here. The first time, the experience was so overwhelming. You guys are so warm, inviting, welcoming, and I told my children I'm traveling to the different family islands. I really could get used to this family island lifestyle. I don't know if they're gonna agree with me, but you know, it's always so warming. As HR, we're not just here to manage policies or procedures. We're here to support each and every one of you, whether it's through wellness initiatives, development opportunities, or just being a listening ear when things get tough, because you know, things do get tough sometimes. We want to make sure that you're not just getting through the day, but truly feeling valued and empowered. We understand that motivation and morale can ebb and flow, especially during busy or uncertain times. That's why we're focused on creating more spaces for open conversations, recognition, feedback. Your voice matters, and your well-being is just as important as any deadline. So today, as we go through our updates, I encourage you to share openly, celebrate your wins, and know that HR is here for you, not just today, but every day, to help you thrive, both professionally and personally. We are in the process of finalizing the manpower plan for Eleuthera. Our most recent new hire would have been, I think, Ethan Forbes, assistant storekeeper. We didn't get a chance to meet face to face, but we want to welcome Ethan Forbes. He was a part of the 52-week program. So we're so happy to know that he's now a permanent part of the One BPL family. Yes, so HR is here to say, let's work together, help us to help you, and we'll be able to move forward as the One BPL family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cooper and the HR team, for coming. We love to have you every time. Everyone, feel free at any moment. You can, have questions that you may not want to ask generally. They are here for you to pull them on the side anytime during the day to help. So now, our next person up is Mrs. Jarrett. Miss Jarrett? Mrs. or Miss? Miss or Mrs.? Mrs. Jarrett. So Mrs. Jarrett is our broker, and she is going to introduce Miss Musgrove and Miss Gator.
Good morning, everybody. Certainly a pleasure to be here. I always think of BPL as a very important group because most of us can't live for one day without BPL, right? Nothing but complaints if you don't have BPL behind you. So it's a pleasure to be in this important group today. And we are your brokers and we are the mediators between yourselves and the insurance company, CG Atlantic. So anytime you have problems and you have any difficulty solving them, be sure to contact Star General as your brokers, and we will help you to get the problem solved. And so without further ado, I just want to introduce my colleague who is here with me, Tamara Proza. You want to stand? Well, she's from Star. And then we already have at the podium Linnea Musgrove, and she's the CG Atlantic Manager of Retention. And she's going to introduce her colleague.
Good morning, BPL, and thank you for having us here this morning. Like Mrs. Jarrett said, my name is Linnea Musgrove, and I am the Retention Manager for your account. And with me this morning is my colleague, Monique Gator, and she is the Supervisor for the Customer Service Department. So if there are any questions, she will help me troubleshoot them. Okay? All right, so like Mrs. Jarrett said, BPL is a valued client of CG, and you have a wonderful plan with us. Okay? Yes. You have a wonderful plan with us, and so we're here to go through the plan so that you could have a greater appreciation of what you actually have with us at CG. All right? Can everyone see the screen? Okay, so these are the benefits that you presently have with us, which is major medical, group life, group accidental death and dismemberment, conversion, dental, and vision. Okay, so we're going to basically go through each of these benefits. So first of all, who are eligible to be a part of this plan? So you as a full-time employee, you are eligible working 30 hours or more, okay? You are eligible to be a part of the plan on a full-time basis. Also, you are allowed to include your dependents on the plan. And your dependents include your spouse or your children. Your children can be covered up to the age of 19. And as they are over the age of 19, they can continue to be on the plan until they're 25. But they actually have to be enrolled in a college or educational institution. And you would have to provide some form of evidence twice a year on their full-time status at that institution, okay? You can also include your stepchildren on the plan. You can include your children that you have care for. Unfortunately, some of our siblings or loved ones have passed away, and they had children, and so their children are left in your care. Once you can provide some legal evidence they are in your care, we can enroll them on the plan. For those persons who have mentally or physically disabled children, they too can also be covered under the plan with no age limitation. We only ask that each year that you provide some medical documentation regarding their disability, okay? So each member in here has access to $2 million in your lifetime maximum to age 59, all right? So $2 million. Every time you submit a claim, that amount is subtracted from the $2 million, all right? At the age of 60 and over, that $2 million reduces to $500,000 and is capped annually at $250,000. Any questions? Yes, sir? Conversion is moving from the group plan to an individual plan as you leave if you decide to leave BPL. Well, similar to electricity, as it relates to usage. As it relates to usage, everything coincides, okay? Everything coincides. But truthfully, every year, medical, which we call medical trend or medical inflation, increases about 8% every year. So every time you go to the doctor, this year, they may charge $100. Next year, when you go for that same service to that doctor, they may charge $150. So we, as the insurance company, we need to be able to keep up with the increasing cost of medical care in order to be able to pay claims. Yes, it can fall you, because he's asking if he could have a retirement plan. Oh, no. No, you can't, it can't keep. Yeah. It's 500,000. But relatively, the older you are, the more likely you are to claim. And so everything, like I said, everything coincides, or everything is related. When you're young, you hardly go to the doctor. As soon as you reach 50, everything just starts going downhill. And so the rates also reflect in that way. Sorry? You want to say? No. Okay.
Coming to her defense on the customer service end of it, maybe 2 years ago, you could go to a particular doctor, let's say Dr. John, and that bill is $200. Here comes Dr. Smith, who just graduated. He just opened his practice. Automatically, the first office visit is $500. So at the end of the day, the insurance is there. We are trying to be able to maintain kind of on par with all of the services. We cannot, we pay as per we are billed. But if we were to follow the trends now with every new doctor that is coming up, before you reach retirement, your lifetime max could be exceeded.
Yeah. Yes, and so, and basically you as the insured, most of you should do your research. You don't just go to a doctor because it's a particular doctor. Some doctors charge over and exceedingly. And so as the insurance company, no matter what that is, we are expected to pay. Okay?
We need price control on it.
Yes. Yes, sir? Okay. That's, yes, I'm saying, that's there. That's what they do. And unfortunately, we have no control over that. And it's not only just here in the Bahamas, it's in the United States as well. Right. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yes, 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 sir. Yeah.
important to listen carefully to what Ms. Musgrove is presenting to you and why. Under the insurance, you have many options. It's important to choose the right option. Because, for instance, at doctor's hospital, you have co-pays. You go to some other areas, you don't have a co-pay. They're going to be asking you to pay the full amount. So you have to listen very keenly and try and pick up where it is your dollars will do the best. And also recommending that ensure that everybody's under NHI. Under NHI, you have your primary care free. So you can always use that to supplement your insurance with CG Atlantic. But listen carefully because she's going to talk about options and the better options where you'll save more of your out-of-pocket.
Okay, so your calendar year deductible is $750. So you know that we had renegotiated this reduction this year, I believe, Ms. Jarrett. In January, it was $1,000. Prior to January, it was $1,000, and in January, it was negotiated to $750. So the deductible is the first amount of monies you are expected to pay out of your pocket before CG Atlantic start paying benefits on your behalf. And in this case, it is $750, and it is 3 times the family rate. Meaning that you as the employee will meet the deductible. If there are 3 persons in your family, if they are covered under your plan, each person, up to 3 persons, will meet the $750. And if you have more than 3 persons in your family, the 4th person will not be entitled to meet the $750. All right? You also have an out-of-pocket, which is $5,000. The out-of-pocket is the maximum amount of money of reasonable and customary charges that we will pay on your policy in a given year. So once you've reached that threshold of $5,000, thereafter we will cover your benefits in that year, remaining year, at 100% of reasonable and customary. And just as is 3 times for family for the deductible, it is also 3 times per family for the out-of-pocket. So there are some services that you do not need to meet that $750 deductible to order to start benefiting. And these are surgeries, these benefits are subject to the deductible, surgeries, anesthesiology, specialists, physician, therapies, maternity, chemo and radiation, services outside the U.S. network, mental, nervous, and substance abuse, HIV and AIDS treatment, and non-copay clinics. So these benefits are subject to the deductible, okay? So you would need to meet the $750 first before tapping into these benefits. So these are the services that are exempted from the $750, all right? So prescription drugs, except at doctor's hospital pharmacy, preventive care, local and overseas, primary care, $30 copay, specialist, $75, newborn hospital nursery care, local clinics, doctor's hospital services, PMH and RAN and Freeport emergency room, outpatient and inpatient services, Fort Terrace Diagnostic Center, travel benefits, air ambulance, commercial airfare, overseas lodging and transportation, overseas in-network medical treatment, organ transplants, chemo and radiation treatment, therapy in the United States Cancer Center of Excellence, and repatriation. So as you can see, you can tap into many benefits without first meeting that $750 deductible. Like Mrs. Jarrett had indicated, Doctor's Hospital, we know, is soon coming to Ichinera in Eleuthera. However, if you are in Nassau and you need to receive services, the emergency room is, you just pay $100 and then we cover the bill at 100% thereafter. And I must say, your plan is an exceptional plan because we had to make some tweak this particular benefit for our other carriers, our other members that we insure. But this we negotiated to remain as previously as it was, okay? Recently, Doctors Hospital made some changes for all insurance carriers in the Bahamas, but we were able to negotiate at the last renewal that this benefit remain in place for your group. So at the emergency room, you'll just pay $100. If you need to be admitted, you'll just pay $250. The balance is paid by CG at 100%. Outpatient procedure, $250. MRI, $100. CAT scan, $75. Lab, X-ray, and ultrasound, $50. Physical therapy and occupational therapy, $25. And if you go to Fourth Terrace Diagnostic, X-rays and ultrasounds are $50, and CAT scans are $75. And of course, at Princess Margaret, there's no deductible required, and it's covered at 100%. Okay, pharmacies. Typically, for the pharmacy benefit, you just go to the pharmacy and pay 20%, and thereafter, we cover the balance at 100%, at 80%, sorry. I'm not sure if there are any facilities, morning, help me, here in Eleuthera.
There's, I think, 2 pharmacies here in Eleuthera. So they are able to go and use the copay at those facilities. It's
Family medical. The medicine place. So you can go there and present your card, or they can call the Verify Benefits at our office, and you will just pay 20%, and the balance is paid by CG at 80%. All right? And of course, if you are in Nassau, we basically are accepted at all participating pharmacies. A part of your plan, if you don't want to go to the hospital, you can go, sorry? Okay. All right. Thank you. So if you don't want to go to the hospital, that's fine. There are certain facilities where you can just go and pay a co-payment. And these are the facilities. Presently for Eleuthera, we are working on arrangement with Bahamas Wellness Clinic, I believe it is. Bahamas Wellness Clinic. So hopefully within the coming months, an arrangement will be organized with them where you can just go there and for your office visits, just pay co-payment. Unfortunately, I wouldn't know what that is at this time. But if you are in Nassau, you can go to Oak Tree and just pay $40 for an office visit. And then the balance of that office visit is paid by us. And then if they need to do any other services, they will charge you 20%, and then we'll pay the 80%. Same as with the walk-in clinics is $50. Advanced family medicine is $45. The Medi Center, which is one of our popular clinics, is just $30 for the office visit. And thereafter, if they need to do any other servicing, they charge you 20%, 20%, and then for prescriptions is 15%. Sorry, 20% for prescriptions and 15% for all other services. And then these are the other throughout the Abaco and Grand Bahama, where there's $30 for the primary care and 15% for total other fees. Fortunately for your plan, you have co-pays attached. So that means you can go to a doctor for primary care and just pay a co-pay of $50. And if you go to a specialist, you'll just pay $75 in the Bahamas. Yes, for the office visit. Yeah, for the office visit. If you decide to go to the United States, it's 80%, and if you decide not to go to the United States, it's 60%. Immunizations are covered for children up to age 17, and of course the preventive care benefit of $600, each person has entitlement. So we ask that you take advantage of the preventive care benefit. We know prevention is always better than cure. If we can detect something that is early, then we can deal with it and the matter will be resolved, okay? Now, we know our women are very faithful each year in going and having our annuals done, so I'd like to encourage most men, if you can also too, go and have those prostate tests done and, you know, those office visits to ensure that you are healthy, okay? The preventive care for adult includes breast exam, mammogram, lab testing, pelvic exam, pap smear, prostate exam, and tuberculosis skin test. For children, it includes physical examination, health history, development assessment, anticipatory guidance, lab testing, and tuberculosis skin test. All right? So let's go and have those physicals done. You're entitled to $600 per year. With CG, you're not only covered locally, you're covered globally. So you're covered in the Bahamas. Our network is in the United States. It's called Aetna ASA. And you're also covered internationally. So whether you're vacationing out of the Bahamas, you're vacationing out of the United States, you are covered. Within the United States, if you go to an in-network provider in the Aetna network, a referral is not necessary and the deductible is waived. So once you go to an in-network facility in the United States, that $750 is not required, okay? And you just pay the 20%. And most of them, Moni can comment too, most of them, once they see you, they would ask you to, they'll balance bill you. Right, Moni? Most of them will balance bill you. So I know you'll go and you'll see them, they verify your benefits, they wait for us to pay, and then they balance bill you. Simply because in the network, you get tremendous discounts, sometimes 30%, sometimes 40%, and so they wait to settle the bill, they wait for CG to settle the bill first, and then they will bill you, and then you'll be required to pay. All of you should now be on the portal, and of course, all of this information of your claims and your claims history and when we pay and what your responsibilities are is on the portal. So we encourage you, particularly when you have submitted your claims, to keep checking the portal so that you can know, where you need to settle any accounts. So if you decide not to go into the United States, the deductible will be required, or a non-provider in the United States. Our deductible will apply, and then rather than CG paying 80%, we'll pay 60%. And the out-of-pocket of $5,000 will never come into place. Okay, so you'll be continuously be billed until your bill or your matter is resolved. And like I mentioned to you, our network in the United States is Aetna ASA. This is a network that was specifically negotiated by CG for all of its members. CG is not only in the Bahamas, CG is in the Caribbean. We are headquartered in Bermuda. We are in more than 20 of the other Caribbean islands. And so that network was specifically negotiated for us, okay? And it is not to be mistaken with the Aetna commercial that you see on the network television. That is not CG's network. We are Aetna ASA, okay? And the network is very vast. There are more than 1 million providers and 8,000 hospitals. So you should be able to find a provider if you're looking for one. If you need to locate a network provider, you can log on and aetna.com/ASA, and once you have the zip code or where you want to go, or I think, Monique, you can just indicate the state where you want to go, and you could zoom in on an area. They will give you a list of facilities and doctors and hospitals that are in that area, and then you can make your selection from there, okay? The Institute of Excellence for Transplant Care is also in this network. With Aetna, there's no third-party intermediaries. Members can work directly with CG Insurance. And then we have a strong U.S. domestic contract access, which translates to lower health care costs for quality care. As I would have mentioned, with this network, we receive deep discounts. Some of you, if you are participating and submitting claims, and if you have gone to the United States and had services done, you will see what your bill was initially on the portal, and then you will see the discounts that was applied. In some cases, it's like almost like 50% will be being reduced, and then you will see what your responsibilities are. And with CG, we are held at a high claim administrative standards, and there are certain criteria we must meet to continue to be with this network. Monique, those have to answer calls in a certain way. We have to answer the phones in a certain amount of rings or seconds. We have to administrate or process the claims. In accuracy, I think 98, what is it, Monique? 98% of our processing needs to be accurate. And so we are held at high standards to be a part of this Aetna ASA network. Also, if you are not traveling in the United States and you have an emergency, you can tap into IMG. IMG is our worldwide assistance. All of you should be on the portal, and you should have access to your ID card. On the ID card, it has in the event of emergency, it has the 1-800 number for Aetna, and it also has the number, the toll-free number for IMG. So if you're traveling in Canada, South America, Africa, Europe, and there's an emergency, you just take out your ID card, and the number will be there on it, and you call it, and you will get the help that you need. Unlike the United States, we also have a U.S. network for pharmacy, where you pay 30% for brand, and 20% for generic, and 20% for brand with no generic alternatives. And there's no deductible and no out-of-pocket. And it's accepted at all major U.S. pharmacies in the United States. Okay, there are some benefits that have some cappings that we just want to point out to you. In particular, the occupational, physical, and speech therapy and chiropractic, a letter of referral is required and is limited to 20 visits per year. Commercial airfare is capped at $175 per trip, and as long as medically necessary. And of course, to get this benefit, you will also require a letter of referral. Transportation and lodging overseas, referral letters required for that benefit, and it pays $250 per day up to 7 days. So in the event that you have a diagnosis and you say you want to go and get a second opinion, you can tap into this benefit. You could go into the U.S., go to a network facility, and once you get a letter of referral from your doctor, we can assist with paying for airfare, sorry, not airfare, but hotel and lodging with this benefit. And the mental health, nervous disorders, and substance abuse is $25,000 lifetime maximum, which is a $5,000 inpatient annually and an outpatient of $1,000. And repatriation is $10,000. So in the event that you're traveling or you were ill and pass away, you will be repatriated to a maximum of $10,000. And in most cases, that is sufficient. So additional benefits. Along with your medical benefits, you also have life. And the life is 1.25 your gross annual salary, and the maximum benefit is based on your designation. And this is similar for the AD&D, okay? The life reduction retirement, at retirement, the benefit reduces to one-time salary, and the benefit terminates on the date the policy terminates. So you have a continuous life benefit under BPL. We also ask, too, that when you name your beneficiary, the name coincides or is exactly as it would appear on a government-issued ID. So my legal name is Linnea Musgrove, but everyone calls me Lynn. And if you name Lynn Musgrove as your beneficiary, and once you present yourself to CG Atlantic Medical, and if Lynn Musgrove does not have, well, we wouldn't pay it in actuality. We will pay it based on Linnea Musgrove. So I will have to actually go to a legal entity or a legal lawyer or facility and get an affidavit to say that Linnea Musgrove and Lynn Musgrove are one and the same. And so we're just encouraging you to check your beneficiaries. You can go and do that on the portal under the certificate of insurance. Everyone should have a named beneficiary, and you are welcome to change to whom you want to change it to as many times as you wish. All you need to do is go through your HR office, and they can assist you with that process. So just remember that the name must match that of a government-issued ID. Okay, yes, also, thank you, Ms. Jarrett. Also, if you name a minor, you must name a trustee. Right, Monique? It must be a trustee. If not, the money will be held until they're 18 years of age. Dental and vision coverage was also negotiated in our January renewal. And the benefit covers for dental is a $500 benefit that covers preventative services only, which includes your oral exams and your cleaning, okay? So I was advised last night, Ms. Jarrett, that the policy, the benefit and vision isn't being used. Okay, yeah, it isn't being used. So we encourage you to go and have your cleanings done and your eye examinations. The eye vision is $200. What was negotiated was that you pay, and then you submit your claim, and then we will reimburse you. Okay, so the benefit is there for your benefit, all right? I didn't hear, sorry. You good? Okay. So you have added value benefits. The maternity benefit, this is, sorry? Yes, sir? Yes, sir. It's only for the employees. I'm sorry. It's only for the employees. Yes, ma'am? If they, what about it? What she said? If you could use abroad? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh. Yes, sir? I didn't hear him. Uh-huh. Okay. That's fine, but they're not entitled to the dental and vision. Huh? Yeah. It's only extended to employees. You're welcome. We're almost done. The maternity benefit, it's an added value benefit. And it's an informational benefit for our mothers-to-be, our clinical team, or our nurse. We have two nurses on staff. And once you've been identified as pregnant, they will contact you to find out if you want to be a part of the program. It's truly voluntary. Once you are interested, our nurses will keep in contact with you throughout the pregnancy, make sure that everything is going well, provide you with relatively informational pamphlets and booklets on maternity, particularly for those women who are their first-time mothers, to make sure that you have healthy pregnancy and delivery. And then once the baby has born, we send them a gift of a onesie that has a CG on it, okay? Pardon me? Yes. Yes. Okay, Teledoc. Teledoc is a benefit that you can use while traveling to the United States. A lot of Bahamians use this benefit, particularly if they have left their medication home and they forgot in their excitement of packing for their trip, some of them forget their medication, and they use this benefit where you can actually call Teledoc. Once you know the name of your prescription and the dosage, they can actually write a prescription for you, and you can fill it, or just enough for you until you return home. Or if that's not the scenario, if you're not feeling well and you don't know if I should go to the emergency or not, you can call and actually speak to a doctor, and based on the symptoms that you're giving, they can actually, your medicine, they could write a prescription for you, or they can encourage you to go to the ER, depending on what what your diagnosis that you're describing. 24/7 Nurse Online is similar to Teledoc, where you can speak to a nurse on non-emergency situations and disease management. So we have a program where our nurse team, again, work along with those persons who have been diagnosed with diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. And so once they have been diagnosed and they want to be a part of the program, nurse also keeps in contact with them to make sure they are compliant and taking their medications and actually going to the doctor, okay? And of course, all of these added benefits are free. During COVID, when we all locked away and couldn't get out, well, I think you guys were essential services, so you were able to get out. But most of us were not able to get out, and we noticed that there was some trends developing. And so what we did was we established this plan, or benefit, I should say, at no additional cost. It's called the Employee Assistance Program, where persons can actually speak to a counselor up to 5 free sessions per issue. And so some persons had grief, unfortunately, because of the loss of loved ones due to COVID, or they had marital issues, or they became teachers overnight because their children were locked away with them too. And so all of that caused some mental issues, and so they needed an escape, and so we provided this benefit to help. Like I said, it's at no additional cost, and it's strictly confidential. CG has no knowledge of who you call. You can do it online, you can do it face-to-face, you can do it by blog. It all depends on the manner in which you decide. But like I said, it's 5 free counseling sessions per issue. So basically, in a given year, you can have about 25 sessions if you wish, okay? On the portal, most persons say they wish to call in and speak to a counselor, but we encourage you to use the portal, particularly if your matter is not urgent, all right? Reason being, Moni can say on a given month, her team receives, one person can receive up to 1,700 calls per month, okay? And so sometimes you call, unfortunately, you are on hold or you have to wait. It's because the calls are in. We either talking with U.S. providers or trying to settle claims or queries. But if your matter is not urgent, we encourage you to use the portal. On the portal, you can place a ticket, and Monique and her team, within 48 hours, will provide you with a response for non-emergency situations, okay? So use the portal. And on the portal, you can access your ID cards. You can download it to your cell phone, or you can print off a copy if you wish. Particularly if you're traveling, we ask that you make sure you have access to that. You can view your certificate of insurance that we spoke about. You can see exactly who you have named as your beneficiary in the event of your demise. And like I said, if you wish to change those individuals, you're free to do them as much as you wish, okay? Weekdays, sometimes weekends, it's a non-emergency, or the ticket, non-emergency. Yes. View plan and plan benefits and plan and benefits information. So the booklet and all of this information, what I'm describing here, is actually on the portal, and you can submit your claims. So in the past, you would have to submit your claim to your HR team. That is no longer applicable. You can actually go on the portal and submit your claims. And so we encourage you to get the most out of your plan and know your benefits and your exclusions, some of them that we went through, or your limitations. And I particularly want to stress to you, if you are in Nassau and you're going to receive benefits or services at Doctor's Hospital, please know your benefits, because if you don't, they will charge you a minimum of $750 to a maximum of $5,000. So know your benefits and stand firm on them, knowing that if you just go there for emergency, you're only entitled to pay $100. That's what your plan covers, $100. Pardon me? Or Mrs. Jarrett has offered her services. You can call Mrs. Jarrett, and she will speak on your behalf. 110, I'm sorry, including the VAT. Yes. Okay.
Are you finished? Good morning. She says, come on. We don't give pass that on. We just send that to another thing. Okay. Melissa. Good morning. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you. Again, I am Monique Gatum, the customer service supervisor. And for a minute there, I thought she still was working under me as at Atlantic, so I was about to just trump you. But good morning again. I just wanted to go over some of the benefits from the customer service aspect that I think that's warranted at this point. BPL is one of the maybe about four groups that we have that negotiated the Doctor's Hospital benefit. I think your team deserves a hand clap for that. I personally work to the insurance, and we don't have that benefit. So you are very lucky. Sir, I will answer your question.
Which one?
We get an increase in May, and June the insurance goes up 3 times our salary. So I thought it was only us, but thank you for informing me that it's all about. So we'll take that. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you would need to speak with your powers that be, We are only the insurance brokers on that end. That has to be negotiated. Ms. Jarrett is here, and then she will go to your board of directors.
So you got that official request from everybody. Now, those who agree with this comment and those who want to say.
But remember now, you also have pensions, so don't. Go ahead.
And everything is relevant. Everything is relevant, so you want that increase, then the premium will also go up as well.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Utilization, yeah, worldwide. Okay, to my limited knowledge of this, so I'll give my personal perspective on it after being in the field for about 23 years. We cannot, like I said, we cannot say to a local physician how much to charge for a service. That's why we That's why we negotiate co-pay arrangements. So you wouldn't have to pay the full amount. That's something that we absorb, because once you go there and pay that $40, we pick up the balance at 100%. Hold on, 1. 2, in the US, we don't have regulatory boards, as far as I'm understanding, that you call it price control on what medical coverage should be. In the US, we say everything is paid at a negotiated rate. Case in point, I had a client that just had major knee replacement surgery, $54,000. The negotiated rate on that was $24,000. So in essence, they got a discount of more than, 30–40%. So that is what we negotiated with the US providers. We don't have that option here to say to any group of doctors, this is why. So that's why all insurance companies have what they call a reasonable, customary, or allowable charges. Because females go into a doctor now, 3 years, 4 years ago, you only would have paid but $200 for an OBGYN visit. We are seeing now that they are charging $500 for one visit, and that's only the visit. So we are trying to be able, our best, to be able to tweak all of the plans to give you options other than just having to pay it outright. That's not insurance. You're gonna, not really, but I'm thinking that you're always gonna have the $2 million. Whether you go to a doctor for $500 or $100, you're still going to have that. Go ahead. Okay, so okay. Okay, so thank you for giving me that. Okay, so let me ask you this. If we do that, right, and so you have a catastrophic illness that's going to eat up your $2 million before you even get to retire, then what then? Yeah, but you, 1 to 2 million, you don't have no, yeah, you wouldn't have any. I just wanted to bring them together. Exactly. Oh, exactly. BPL also, for everyone that because you are in different islands, they also offer a benefit of commercial air, which was again negotiated just for your company. So which means that if you see a doctor here and you need to come to Nassau for any reasons, the doctor would give you that referral. And based on that referral, we will be able to pay $175 for your ticket. Yes.
You know what a ticket costs from Nassau to Nassau?
It's I was about to say that, thanks. It's an assistance. Yeah, but it's an assistance. It doesn't cover everything. It was only an assistance to get you to see a doctor. Oh, no, that doesn't work. I agree. Yeah. Okay, are there any other questions? Okay, I wanted to piggyback on the services in the US. We've been having a lot of persons now seeking medical services in the US. Well, let me backtrack one. Every provider in Nassau that accepts CG Atlantic has the ability to, when you walk into an office and for services, before you finish that service, you can request that they put in your service in the system to give you an estimated cost of what your bill would be before you leave that office. We have upgraded our system. So before you even think of having the services, you have an option for them to put it through the portal, and they will tell you exactly what your responsibility will be before you even have the service or you leave that particular office. We also, via the web portal, you can also upload your claims. So you don't have to be back and forth sending them in through HR or whatever. You can go to your web portal and you can upload your claims in a timely fashion. If the claims are clean, which means that we don't need any additional information, you're paid within 3 days. You have services, and I keep reiterating this on all plans. The copay arrangements now with the medical physicians, you can go into any medical physician's office, and for the visit only either pay the copay of $50 or the $30. That is a spectacular benefit. A lot of, I don't have that, and I work for the company. I have to just keep saying this. But I work for the company, and we don't have that option. If you have children or dependents that are in the US, I ask that you go onto your web portal, you download a copy of the ID card and their plan benefits for them to walk with. Likewise, if you're going to have services in the US, please walk with your benefits. A lot of persons, when they get there, they say, well, they and Aetna, we ain't covered. No, there are numbers specifically on the back of the cards that they have to call to verify the benefits. And of late, because we have Cleveland Clinic, we had a meeting with them sometime last year, and they advised that 85 to 90% of their business is from the Bahamas and the Caribbean. And because of that, we get excellent discounts through Cleveland Clinic. Pardon me? You do have that. So if you go and have a major surgery now, the discount that they are going to get, it's going to be phenomenal at Cleveland Clinic. So we would pass it on to you without hesitation. And so that is also a great benefit. We also have local persons for Cleveland Clinic, local representative, Cleveland Baptist, and the University of Miami that are stationed in Nassau that can arrange the appointments for you to go over and have those services done. And again, you have an overseas allowance of $300, which means hotel and car included, up to 7 days for the days when you have services rendered. So it's still a win-win. It may not be to cover all of the services, but it's something to get you there to be able to have the services. I have seen in this business so long where persons, after they have gotten a certain age, or they wait until a catastrophic illness comes, then they go and seek medical attention. You have the best plan available. Utilize the plan. And my customer service department is always available. Melissa knows how to find me even on weekends, but she will find us and get the questions answered. Go ahead, sir. Outside of the US, we have a network called IMG. So once you contact IMG, you have out-of-network benefits, and that's 60-40 subject to your deductible. But once you contact IMG and they negotiate it, it will be paid as the 80/20, as in the US, with a discount on the contracted rate. Go ahead.
I have a question. The lady that referred to the US, a couple years back, I had to do it. It's a travel benefit. I had a consultation on Monday, right? Now, they pay for the hotel and whatever for Monday, but I didn't receive services until Thursday. When I called about the claim, they tell me all you have to do it over, put it back in, but it was never reviewed, I never received any payment for that particular. It seemed like an issue. Then I tried to resubmit it to get paid for the time that I received actually received the service.
Well, I'll take your name, I can review it, and then I'll be able to answer you from there. But if you have an early morning appointment, we understand that you have to go in the day before. What we ask from our end is, please, Cleveland Clinic, Baptist, all of those give you an itinerary. So you have to have the itinerary, and once you submit that, that will be proof for that, the extra day that you needed. We have to be able to streamline it because it's only a benefit of 7 days. In prior years, the benefit was only allowed if someone was in hospital and your family members needed to come over to assist you for those days. So we open it to everyone if you're traveling. And so we have to be able to have some sort of check and balances, because you have people who will say, I went to the doctor Monday, but I went shopping for the rest of the week, but you expect for us to pay for the days that you were shopping and you didn't have services. So that's why we have that mechanism in place. So if you have an early morning appointment for Tuesday, and we know you have to go out Monday night, then yes, we will pay that, but you have to send the documentation in to be able for us to pay it for you under the plan.
When
Correct.
So then that's why you have the portal, and then when you see that, you keep your receipt along with your explanation of benefits on how the claim was paid, then you go to that provider and ask them to explain. We cannot, once they submit a claim, we cannot say to them, you didn't have these services, this is the bill amount, it's not the correct amount. So you have to take your receipt along with your explanation of benefits to say that you charged me $300. To my understanding, it was only $300. You charged the insurance $800. Can you explain to me why? And then if there is some difference to come back, can you reimburse me? Yeah, because we cannot say to them, she didn't have this service and this is not the cost. That's their cost. So you to go onto the portal, to be able to look at it. But you, okay, we have, because of all the lives, we insure one, and two, I cannot go and argue with Doctors Hospital if their bill is $1,500, and they can say to me, I gave her a cash pay or a self-pay rate of $300. So we cannot then say, we cannot pay this. No, but see,
What I'm saying, right? Why I call it a big scam? Because two things you said that I have a problem with. The first one is you said someone in the U.S. was charged $54. They were able to negotiate a rate of $24. That means the price is always $24. That's bottom line. You telling me you charge me $300, I pay that, and then you can submit a bill for $800. That's stealing.
But then
so what bill? So what you're saying? What is? I'm not getting at you. Okay. What I'm saying is that the invoice that you gave me, 124, says $300. So what invoice did you give the insurance company?
So then you as the insured.
How I know that?
That's why you
You're
have an
on the-
explanation of benefits.
And go on the portal. They'll be on the portal.
Okay, so explain this to me. Explain this to me. So I come in, I go to the insurance company. I say, "Nothing about it. You want to charge me $30, invoice 123. But you submitted as this. So what happens to the person who did it? What happens to the other person that's doing it too? All they're simply doing is pulling down.
Exactly. And that's why you need to be a guardian of your $2 million. You need to be a guardian of your $2 million and make sure that it is not being.
I just think it's wrong.
We agree. We agree. We agree, but there's nothing that we can do about it.
No, but then guess what? That's why we say to you now that we have put mechanisms in place to assist. You can go into a doctor's office and say to them, can you put this in the portal and let me know what my responsibility is before I leave your office? What? That's the math. Pardon?
Okay?
Like I said, give me his pin or all of your issues, and I will go through them one by one. I personally go in the back and walk you through that.
One more question. The other day I paid a big bill on my pocket. Insurance up front. The manager then got right to me. It was too much, right? Can I take that same receipt for the services that we got and submit that into the portal and get a portion of my money back?
Then we would ask you to go back. They will have to give you a claim form.
So I need a clean form.
You would need to provide them with a claim form. Yes. We can't just go by the receipt. We need the claim form. Yeah, so once they provide you with the claim form,
I'm good, thank you.
then we cannot, on our end, you have a statement of account, but that does not say your diagnosis. Every line item has to be itemized and has to have what we call a code. So if the codes aren't on that bill, then we aren't able to process by that. And we as an insurance company cannot put a bill together for you.
So I'll need a claim form from the doctor office, the anesthesiologist.
That's correct.
Professor, in regards to check and balance system, you say that put the quality up for that particular reason. Since that the doctor's office now, you know that they are putting in showering figures that the children are paying. Why is it that you just set up a portion within the portal that you cannot pay the doctor's office unless receipt or whatever the form is that you guys needed comes in from the
And then the administration costs will go up higher. And the administration costs will go up higher. And then, yeah, because that's a lot, you asking, that's a lot of administration to do.
Well, at the end of the day, I know any company is in it for the money, but insurance business now, they are giving the insurance. Because if you, as you say, you got a lifetime of $2 million, and every time we go to the doctor's office, don't care who it may be, we think we pay $100, we charge you $1,000. That's what it is around.
Okay, but
You know what's going on.
I would say we are very educated insured, and Ms. Pinder is here, so she knows. We are able to guide you around some of those instances that you don't have to come up with all of those. Your company has co-payments, which are excellent, because as opposed to coming up with $750 for a scan at an independent facility, you can have the same scan at Doctors, Fort Terrace, or Oak Tree at $75.
So with the copay, $50 savings, $50 copay, you're a set amount now.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. So there are a lot of copay arrangements in your plan that you can utilize. Like I said, if you're not feeling well, you need a primary care visit, you can go to the local doctor here, pay the $30, and be able to see, the $50 and see the doctor here. That's a copay. So you don't have to come out of pocket for the entire $750 for the deductible. You have Ms. Pinder, who is very learned on our plans. So once you give her a call, she will be able to walk around any situation or any issue that you may have, and then we will be able to work with her and be able to give you the best options available under your plan.
Is that it? Well, thank you so much for having us. But there are 3 questions we want to give away. So we'll see who is paying attention. Shanera, if you could help us with this, with a show of hand only. Who can tell me what your deductible and out-of-pocket is? No, a show of hands only. Go ahead, sir. That's the deductible. Okay.
Hey, no more questions, man. You got some more.
Mrs. Jarrett reminded me to mention a part of your plan is air ambulance, and it is covered at 100%. So we know that emergencies can happen anytime. And so it is covered at 100%. And so once you are taking to the clinic, I guess, the doctor only can speak with CG to arrange their air ambulance, okay? If it's a nurse on staff, it'll only be the nurse. However, in the event that you need to be airlifted to the United States, you must have a visa. So we encourage everyone that does not have a visa to please go and apply. I think October 1st is before the increase comes to it. So you can apply and get your visas. In the event, we don't know where an emergency is. Not that you will not be able to be air evacuated to the U.S., but it will take some time because Homeland Security is responsible for the approval of the airlift. Okay? Huh? What? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, who can tell me what your U.S. network provider is? ASA, that's close. Monique, give me one. Who can give me what your co-pays are for primary and specialists? What is your co-pay? Monique would have mentioned it a couple times for primary and specialists. No. Someone else? No. Close. No. 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 Y'all wasn't listening? Huh? Yeah, but she's the closest. You were the closest, so I'll give it to you. So it is $50 for an office visit and $75 for specialists. He said? What he said that? Okay. Sorry. I didn't hear you. Sorry. You said it too soft. Huh? That's it, yes. Some pants. I don't know if that's enough, but thank you all. We hope that it was informative and that you learned something that you didn't know about your plan.
Thank you, Lynn. You always know who knows me, who calls me Shanara. That's my name. Not Shanara Pedro, Shanara. Thank you so much. Lynn and Monique, thank you so much. Ms. Jarrett, thank you. Ms. Prosa, thank you. The reason why we chose to have this presentation is because, as you know, 2 months ago, we had a crisis with Tempest, right? Just giving you all my little testimony. So we had a crisis with Tempest, and it was bad. I called, again, I felt this one BPL. We just came out of the one BPL initiative, and it is so important to get to know your coworkers. We live on an island. We can basically be in a little silo, and because of that one BPL initiative, we were able to learn to get to know other people from around BPL. At 10 o'clock in the night, I called Lisa. I think it was 10 o'clock. Lisa, Tempest is unconscious. They need to fly her out. Sorry for calling you so late, but I need her medical cards because she gone over there to have the baby. She ain't had they couldn't find her medical cards in her wallet. Lisa say, hold. In about 5 minutes, Lisa sent me the 2 cards, the pharmacy card and the regular card. I sent it on to doctors, Tempest's mommy, Tempest's fiance. I mean, it was like, we got to get her out of here. 5:30, I called Tiffany Roll, 5:30 a.m. Tiff, I need you to, don't worry, I already on the phone on the next line with Doctor's Hospital. The plane is ready to go. Lisa calling me, Tiffany on the phone with, all of this, I in Eleuthera. So when I came back to our managers meeting that Monday, I was like, Pedro and you guys, we don't know what we covered for, It's a good thing I had these people numbers in my phone. They did, Lisa, thank you. They did an excellent job. I'm talking about checking in, getting her there. I had to call somebody from CDU because the person who was going on the plane didn't have the police record, get the visa, all this stuff I doing from my bed. And I just want to say we need to know BPL takes a whole lot of money out of their budget to have us covered. And it is important for us to know what we are covered for, and that is why it was so important to have these ladies here to present. Well, I know it was a little lengthy, but we need to know what BPL is paying for. We have a lot of people who can't see. You give them something and they like this. Go get your medical, go get your eyes tested, get your teeth clean. We are not tapping in. Before it was, oh, we don't have dental and we don't have vision. Now we got dental and vision and we still are not using it. So this is just an encouraging word to say, take your preventative care, get your physicals, know what's going on with your body so that you can be the best worker, especially you guys them in the sun and on these poles and doing the heavy lifting. Please, y'all go get checked out. So thank you so much, ladies, again. We really appreciate you. And now we will have Andrew Hall, the Assistant Manager of Generation, to come and give us some pleasantries. Just let us know what's going on. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. Let's give them a few moments. They have to go back to the airport. But thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you. It's a pleasure, Ms. Jarrett. And Andrew also volunteered to do our live streaming, so thank you again, Andrew, for that.
Good morning again. I trust everybody is well. Not everybody is still got some food in their belly. I'll make this quick so that the CEO and the rest of the persons can kind of reclaim the time. We still want to get out there at 2:30, and at 2:30. But I echo the sentiments of my RM Pedro when he says that Eleuthera Operations is a powerful operation. And we have a group of powerful people and very talented people. And I take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for the contributions that you made to this operation and the company at large, because without the inter-department cooperation, we cannot move as one BPL, hashtag one BPL. We cannot work together if we don't gel together. And if we can't build relationships and build camaraderie and know the aspects of each other's department and what they do and how they contribute to a whole, we can't work as a whole. So with that said, I thank you all for your contributions. Also, like Mr. Marcelo said, we have made great strides in generation, but unfortunately those great strides sometimes come with trips. Sometimes we take one step forward and half a step back. For instance, in Hatchet Bay, we're making some major improvements to the facilities and the generation, and we've lost a generating unit in the same breath. So we lost number 2, which kind of hit a blow to us. But due to our team, it could have been much worse than what it was. We have vendors in place and ready to mobilize to come and check out our units, 1 and 2. So hopefully that'll be very soon and very productive. But you know, the path that we take to move forward sometimes riddled with potholes, and you know, it is what it is. Obstacles come, and no matter what, they will be there. In Hatchet Bay, that's what we're facing. Like Mr. Marcelo said, the roof is being repaired as we speak, something that has been long plaguing and something that has been at risk of the personnel and the equipment. In Rock Sound, while we were working to get number 2 up in order, our number 1 decided it wanted to resign, which prompted us and prompted Mr. Marcelo to work extra hard to get 2 units that he spoke about on the island. And I thank him for his push and his tenacity, because without certain things happening, other things can't happen. So thank you again, Mr. Marcello. So we continue to make steps in the right direction, albeit some steps back, but we're trending forward. And I thank you, and I'll leave the rest of my time to Madam CEO.
Good morning, Roberts Nation. Roberts win the softball championship and win the whole BPL games.
That's true, Roberts.
I see our big batters in here. It's a pleasure to be in Eleuthera. Y'all could join me in wishing Hermes a belated happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday, in case y'all didn't know. Y'all could buy him a drink later. So, as you heard from CG Atlantic, we worked very hard to negotiate with them to maintain the doctor's hospital benefit. We sat in countless meetings with them because they insisted that that benefit had to be reduced, where it would be 80-20, like you would pay if you were abroad. But because of the nature of our work and the type of risk that you are exposed to, we thought that it was very important to maintain the one set fee, emergency room fee of $110, admittance fee of $250. So we had to bite the bullet, we had to pay the extra. We didn't pass the cost on to the employees, but where we see how that has benefited us is examples like Shannara shared that happened here in Eleuthera. And one of the things we learned from a recent situation in Abaco is that if the government clinic arranges your air ambulance, they taking you to PMH. It's something about the government paid for the charter, and so the ambulance drivers drop you to PMH no matter how much your family tells them you want to go to doctors. So one of the things that we have done is we have sent the CG Atlantic Air Ambulance contacts to all of the Family Island clinics. If you are in an emergency situation, please advise your family to tell the doctors that are treating you to call the CG Atlantic Air Ambulance, not the government air ambulance. Because trying to get that employee moved from PMH to doctors was an absolute nightmare. I know, because I was there till 6 o'clock in the morning. In any event, one of the things that the One BPL was meant to do was to bring a holistic approach to the entire organization, maintaining the health insurance benefits, adding the vision and dental benefits, building the camaraderie and the teamwork and the competition. Hermes knows a lot about the competition. I remember in the dugout, there's a lot going on in the dugout. In any event, we have engaged an industrial nurse. So in one of our initial meetings with CG Atlantic, one of the things that they said was that our premiums increase every year because our claims are extremely high. Now, there's a small percentage of employees that contribute to the excessive amount of claims. So some of you, other than your annual physicals, you probably never submit a claim for the entire year. But there are some people who have chronic illnesses who causes the group claim rate to be high. And one of the things that they suggested is that we engage in a wellness program, which was why we launched the BPL Games. We hired an industrial nurse. She's going to be coming down to visit through all the Family Islands. So instead of having to go to the clinic to get your pressure checked or your sugar checked or your cholesterol or whatever the case may be, she can do that for you, free of charge. We've engaged a chaplain who will be there to counsel you if you need counsel, pray with you if you need prayer. And these are things to kind of develop your mind, your body, and your spirit. So we're working on building whole employees, and we're working on building a whole organization, united organization. United we stand, divided we fall. We got to stand together. And I applaud you. I always tell people being a BPL employee is a thankless job. You guys and girls, y'all work around the clock every day and every night and still go to work the next morning and get beat up because y'all getting beat up in the office because people complaining about their bills. I get beat up in the grocery store because people know me now. You can't even hide no more. Nevertheless, let me be the one to say thank you for your hard work, for your dedication, for your constant just get up and go, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, even when Pedro done piss you off, even when you feel like I was trying to call Miss Seymour wasn't answering her phone. You still get up every single day. You go to work and you put your best foot forward and you give your best effort. And we appreciate that and we thank you for that. Now, you don't get no thanks in the community because they hate us over here. Aisha come on the plane in a BPL shirt. I said, girl, what are you doing? It's rough. It's rough everywhere, but we have a plan. And what we need is just you, all of you, to work together to execute what needs to be done. We have the roving crew that's here. I think they live here now, y'all Eleutherans. I believe so. I haven't seen them in Nassau in months. Must be not since softball, I don't think. The roving crew is here to assist you. We have Mr. Cartwright from Long Island who is here to assist you. And as you know, whatever it is that you need, we will do our very best. If it's within our power to get it for you, we will get it for you. That is our commitment to you. And again, thank you. So, Mr. Hall, you didn't have to give me any of your time. See how quick I was?
Thank you so much, Madam CEO. It's a pleasure to have you here to join us today. Now, also with my invitations, we invited the BEUMU and the BEWU to come and share. We just wanted our union reps to come and spend time with us. We want to see them. We know they don't live here. And we wanted to feel special on this day. And they made us feel special. They came, they traveled, and I know they are ready to hear all of our queries and concerns. But we just wanted to spend time with them today. So we just want them to come up and give us some pleasantries. And then I think our lunch is coming right now. After that, after the two unions speak, we are going to have a question and answer period. Okay? So, Mr. Hanna, you will come first.
Good day, Eleuthera. I'm Christopher Hanna, president of the BEUMU. I'm familiar with Pedro. I'm familiar with Shannara, but I'm not familiar with the other two managers. Oh, we have two more managers? Andrew and Paul Tynes. I'm quite familiar with Kishore. I missed that. I missed Kishore. Okay. We're happy to be here today because we stand in solidarity with the One BPL initiative, and we feel that we should be here, and at least we'll get to know what's going on in Eleuthera. We'll know how to approach the CEO and Pedro for what we need for our members. So I'm glad I'm here today. So that's all I want to say. We're here to work for you. All right.
Morning, all. All right, Duncan's in the house. Oh, all right, in all seriousness, clowning. Got to bring some humor to it. All right, in all honesty, though, it was a pleasure to be invited here. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's an honor. I mean, for the majority of the people in here, I know you by faces, a lot by names. All right? My thing is I've worked in Nassau for the majority of my career. Moved to the Family Islands. I never really understood or realized how hard Family Islands work. Listen, Family Islands work hard. You understand me? I realize that we pull off miracles every day with the limited resources of things that we have. We get it done. And for that, I must commend everyone that works on the Family Islands. You're doing a marvelous job. Now, I understand that we have challenges with generation throughout. I realize that we have solar that is coming into play, and we would be trained. Those are the generation that would be trained. Now, this is my union hat on here. Madam CEO, I appreciate that. But what I'm asking for is also certification when the guys train. We need it in black and white with their names on it to say, hey, listen, this is what we do, this is what we're capable of, and no one could take that from us. All right, that has been my only request. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah. All right, but in all seriousness, I mean, like I say, I'm glad I was here. I'm glad that I was invited. I thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. All right, let's continue to operate in camaraderie and One BPL initiative. I love it. All right. No.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. Okay, so now it's time for question and answer. Does anybody have any questions you want to give to the panel? Oh, come on. Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to elaborate on something. I think someone just kind of met over quickly. About 2 weeks ago, Shannara, Andrew, Paul, myself, along with Anishka, right. So we were able to complete Eleuthera's restructuring of the organization, the whole structure when it comes to staff. We were able to try to bring it to some standards at the 3 power stations, and some recommendations were made for advancement. First of all, we looked within instead of bringing persons in. Some recommendations were made for advancement, and then we also looking at some staff replacements along with some new hires. So for persons like Leslie, who is here from Harbour Island, we've recommended and we're looking at having 2 persons working in the power station in Harbour Island on shift at all times. 1 senior and then an STA man. We also looking at We're also looking at increasing the staff complement for T&D, because we know some persons are advancing in age, like myself. So we want to make sure that we have some succession already in place. We have tried unsuccessfully on 2 occasions in Harbour Island to get some utility men for Harbour Island. So we did not go that route again with trying to get utility man mates, because that requires certification And only 2 companies in this country really have utility man. That's either BPL or Freeport Power and Light. So what we're doing is we recommended getting some general service worker, technical, bring them on the job for a while. Once we have sufficient of them, we would then put together a linesman training school so we could confirm them to make sure they get the proper certification to go to become utility man mates. Just so you could kind of know. We've done it for Harbor Island. I don't know if Cranston is here, is he? Cranston is here, right? So we're also looking at some for Hatchet Bay, some for Governors, and for Roxanne. Okay, so we kind of put together a plan, not just a current plan, but also a future plan for at least another 10, 15 years, ensuring that Eleuthera restructuring is done properly. So I just wanted to say something about that, just in case some persons may be concerned. The same thing is happening. We look at the whole Eleuthera operation administration, which is customer service and administration, along with the T&D and generation. And just as an FYI, in case some of you don't know as yet, Jasmine Russell has been promoted to the administration officer for the Southern region. So Shannara needs her for a couple more weeks before she fully transitions. So she'll obviously be working extremely closely with myself, so we could kind of get stuff out as quickly as possible. Mr. Sands? No, I said we put out some vacancies before for the utility man, yes. Well, oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. So with the, sorry, see you.
The trades testing is done at your request. The employee has to request to take the trades test. Have you sent your request to the training department? Yeah. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll send someone down to evaluate you, and then will you do your written, your practical, and your oral, and then once you pass, you'll automatically move up. Yeah.
Thanks, you. Do we have any other questions while I'm here with reference to anything? We've also made some very good recommendations. We don't want to kind of preempt anything, but we've made some good recommendations. So some of you obviously will be informed eventually. Any other concerns you may have with reference to T&D, generation, customer service, administration? You notice we also encouraging some of you, as much as who's willing to do so, to travel throughout the southern region. I think we've already had OJ and Nath visited Long Island, and then we also have some other persons who will be moving around the region. We want to do these, sorry? Send them where? Auckland's? It's scared Auckland's. Yeah, what you say, Les? Uniforms is a concern, and I am so excited and happy to see HR here. When I reach a Nassau, I just go look for them. I must applaud Ms. Davis. She literally walked down to the trailer and got some uniforms. Uniforms is a concern that we definitely have here in Eleuthera. Could someone speak to that for us? I know what usually happens. When they come in Nassau, they give Nassau people the uniforms, and then whatever left, then they say that's what the family else get. Hey, the mic isn't working, you know.
Pedro, please stop spreading propaganda in Eleuthera, okay? That is not the case. That is absolutely not the case. okay? What HR does is they send an employee listing to the manager to send in all of your sizes. Once he submits all of your sizes back to HR, when they place the uniform order, all of the uniforms are packaged based on the sizes that your manager provided, and then sent to you in a nice little plastic bag with your name on it.
Size is changing.
So, you know, so Les, what I would suggest you do is use a measuring tape next time. Use a measuring tape next time, Les, man. Come on.
Not the size you want.
Misconstrued. Hey, right, yeah. Mhm. Right. Okay. Okay, perfect. You got that, right? You look into the camera? Ms. Davis, camera in the back here. All right, one of the other thing I want to, Eleuthera, like I said earlier, Eleuthera is a unique operation. We have a plan in place now to ensure that the system, the grid, and the power station could provide the reliable supply of energy to our 8,000 plus customers. Saying that, I think Andrew would have told me last week that some of the generation persons do not have the experience in the Caterpillar engines. So for that reason, I brought in Les, because we get those 2 units up there that need to go online. Vado, in my view, is the best senior electrical person in BPL. I will put him against anyone in this country, without a doubt. Why I said that? I said that because during this entire transitioning of BPL Eleuthera, a lot of stuff going on. We bringing in new equipment. We bringing in interrupters that needs to be programmed, and you need to know this stuff work. So the more stuff you learn, because one day I will move off the scene, Vado, Les, Andrew, all of us will move on off the scene. I want to encourage those persons who just coming in is to learn as much as you could learn from those persons. That's the only way you're going to be able to manage the operation. That's the only way you're going to be able to be effective.
Understand? I encourage you all to do that. I noticed that some of the new persons just coming in, you spend a lot of time, idle time, sitting down on your phone while other persons working. That is not a good thing. It is not a good thing because when something happens, I saw Les and Vado them up on the machine working. Go up there and see what they're doing. If you're only reaching for a screwdriver, learn what they're doing. Because when Les leaves, then those generators have to be serviced, they got to be repaired. The more you know, and if you show that aggressive interest, then what Andrew, who is the generation manager, or Paul Tynes, who is the distribution manager, they would identify courses for you that you could go and learn the theory side of it and be even a better person than you are. But sitting down and watching someone work and don't even know how it works, that isn't a good thing to do. So I just thought I should say that with reference to the craftsmen apprentices and some of the mates. We have to be aggressive. Eleuthera operation is changing every day. You look at it, it's changing every day. We need to know what tolerance settings are. You look at the challenges we were having in Harper Island. We were talking about load balancing. I have yet to see one person ask me, or Wilby, or Varo, or Les, or Leslie, what we mean by load balancing. You understand what I'm saying? These are stuff that you need to learn. I don't need to, every time something happens, you call Leslie. Learn some of these stuff we could do ourselves. Now we're taking the load balancing exercise to mainland Eleuthera. What does that mean? What are the tolerance settings that we can ensure doesn't trip off just because it's not within that tolerance range? And how does that relate to your relays or your breakers or all of that kind of stuff? We're bringing in, all these stuff we're bringing in. I just want to encourage you guys to learn more and be a little bit more aggressive, because one day you're going to be in the same position. You know, I admire what Gary said. He said now they're ready to do their trade test. Good, so that's going to now test their knowledge of exactly what they know when it comes to T&D. Okay, same thing. I noticed the other day we had some issues where some person's vacation coincided and we had some persons that are on sick leave. And I want to admire Shanta and Mariah. They step up to the plate, learn how to use the tablet, and went out there and read all the meters in Harbour Island mainland. You think about that. So they are the stuff, they are the kind of things I'm talking about. I don't need you to just sit down and just become complacent. That isn't a good thing. Being complacent is not a good thing. You know? So that is a...
So we launched the learning management system that's accessible to all employees, that has online courses for a variety of different topics, T&D, generation, accounting, Excel, Microsoft Word, all of these different things. You can go in, you can do the courses at your own time, at your own speed, and then when you're done, you know, you could submit it to the training department so it can go on your dossier to say that you have completed these particular learning systems. Now, if you do not have access to it, you can reach out to the training department and they will set you up. It's your email address, and they give you like a one-time password, and then you set your own password. You can log in and go through any number of training that you may be interested in. It doesn't even have to be in your particular field. You can use your phone as well. So sometimes when Mr. Marcelo say you texting your girlfriend, you could say, actually, I'm doing a course.
You see how it saves some of y'all, right? Right. And then with our T&D guys, especially our foreman Hermes and Krishan, our assistant manager, and Ty in the back, I think Darrell may have stepped out. The linesmen, mates, linesmen that you have with you, Donnie is also here, Chajan. Those linesmen, mates, and linesmen, let's make sure these guys could at least climb. If they only climb once a month, I call linesmen for a reason, because there are going to be situations where You may not have access to a bucket truck as a bucketman. You know what I mean? That's in your job description. So let's see if we could, as best as we can. Yes, Antonio wants to say something. I hope you're saying something good. 'Cause
You sound like you trying to attack my group, man. He's a backup brother. Now, in Abaco, what we do is, even with the climate that you mentioned just now, there's a lot of time that the manager allowed, like on a, let's say a slow period of 1 day out of the week. You allow the guys to probably get a half day to practice, to climb. Right. Tyne's familiar with it. None. Well, whenever you could accommodate it, you understand me? If you really want these guys to really learn how to do this, then you gotta take the time to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Because BPL is a part of Carolac. And I've had the opportunity to supervise a crew in Anguilla for about almost 6 weeks. And everybody knows what the requirements are when you're talking about visiting those places. We need people who can climb. That's it. That's just the way it works. The next thing I want to just kind of point out is, again, I admire Mariah so much, is that, not in that way, but in terms of her, but in terms of her aggressiveness. She might not want me to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. She asked me, the day is what, Friday? Could have been Monday, when I went to Cat Island. Monday morning, she said, Miss Mansell, I need to see you for a second. Well, she said, man, I waking with these meters and all this stuff. Could I do a basic electrical course by BTVI so I could understand how electricity works? I said, of course. And I admire that. That was a little touching for me, because very rare you hear someone say they want to learn something different. And I think probably because of what she's been exposed to with the meter verification exercise, and then I understand she does quite a bit of stuff in Harbor Island in terms of reconnection, disconnection, installing meters, checking meters, all this kind of stuff. So now she wants to go down to BTVI. Where is that? Down in Greencastle? Greencastle, and she wants to learn how electricity works. I just thought that was a good thing. Instead of us just complaining about BPL got to do this and BPL have to do the next thing. So it's a very good thing, you know what I mean? All right, and then lastly, I think one person in here had some challenges when they were doing their trade tests, but they were determined that they get that right. Ty, I ain't talking about you. All right, any other questions, whether it be for generation or customer service or for T&D, because Paul is in here, I could represent T&D for you guys. And Sean is also here. We're also putting in the substation we're putting by water and sewage down there. Right now, the load, to show you how we're thinking ahead, the load in Topham Bay is anywhere between 800 to 1,000 kilowatts. And we're putting a 2 MVA transformer there, which is double the capacity. And so we have a Y system coming in, which is 34.5, and we're going out on a Delta system, which is a 7.2. And that's going to be one of our first areas that we want to balance the load in that area. Okay? So I just want to make sure you understand these kind of stuff, especially the young T&D person, so you can understand how this is done. So you can kind of see what we're talking about, and then what the tolerances are to make sure the fuses don't blow and make sure the generators don't trip off and all this other kind of stuff. All right, someone wanted to say something? Gary? Right. Right. Yeah, you're basically trying to make miracles work. Okay. All right, so one of the things for that is that this problem started to occur recently, with most of the islands being depleted of supply, including New Providence. If you were to go into the HTE system, you would see Central Stores, Eleuthera, Exuma, Abaco, Long Island, all these different stores you see in there. But you'll also see another store in there called Pike. So now some of the inventory that we had is now assigned to them. What that did, what it caused, is that now the min-max level for those items need to be increased. What I mean by that? Let's say you needed some small line tops like you're talking about, HD12A, I think it is. And let's say the minimum stock level of that was 500. I think it's much more than that, but let's say it was 500. And the maximum level could have been 2,000. Because pipe came in now, those numbers need to be changed. So during this whole transition, that's why you're encountering that. So persons like Butler, once you make a request to Butler, if Butler doesn't see it, if he doesn't have it in store, he would then request it from Nassau, but before he could put it on the system, because the system have these checks and balances, he may request 500 small line tops from Nassau. But if there's only so much in Central Store's inventory, there's only so much he could get, if they have any available. So that's why you kind of experiencing this challenge, because of this transition between Pike, this new company that came in. Any other questions? Someone?
If there is a critical need for particular inventory, your manager can send an email to the inventory control manager and say, Eleuthera is in need of X amount of line tops, X amount of insulators, X amount of... So it's all about communication. If you wait a setting like this to say that stores is low, this is not the time to let him know that. When you go to book out items from stores, if stores is low, you call him and you say, hey, we low on X, Y, and Z. And he knows what to do.
Greg, don't be too receptive. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right, any other? Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions for customer service? Customer service question. Omisha, any concern for customer? No? Oh, you're still on probation there, that's why. Andrew, any concerns? Leslie, Harbour Island? Still waiting on you and Andrew to finish that checklist. Because we need that checklist in place as soon as it's possible. Tilford, any concerns? Ms. Gibson? No? We good? All right. Good. Excellent. Shannara, you finished? Oh, I have some.
Till you ain't got no concerns about the vehicles? But we need plenty, we need more? No more questions? Okay, I have two forms here left by Ms. Jones. One is to sign up for the pension plan for those who have not signed up, if you want to change your beneficiaries on the pension plan. And then also, this one is for Atlantic Medical, if you want to change your beneficiaries for Atlantic Medical. So feel free to come get these from me at the end of the day. Our lunch is scheduled to arrive at 12:30, so I just want you guys to, mix and mingle and wait around until 12:30, please. And then we could have some lunch together. And then the grill and chill starts at what time? 4:30. 4:30? 4 o'clock. So the grill and chill starts at 4 o'clock. So we're going to feed everybody lunch, and then that'll be it for the day. So we just want to thank everybody again for coming to the staff meeting. This is the second for the year. Hopefully we'll be able to squeeze one more in, or we'll just have the Christmas party. Can we just bow our heads briefly so we can pray for the food and for our time back home? Most Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the time that we had to share. We plead the blood of Jesus over everybody here. We put on the whole armor of God over every single individual and each family that is represented here. May no weapons formed against us shall prosper. Cover us with the blood. Keep us from trouble, sickness, and disease. We pray for the food and the hands that prepare it. May it do our bodies good. In Jesus' name, amen. At 12:30, the food will arrive.
Wow, as many does do. Husband say, woman, where my food? Wife say, who you talking to? Husband start to raise his hand, but the wife ain't move. Husband say, get out of my way. Wife say, hey, you don't know me, eh? Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you messing with the sting. Oh, this us, boy. Come on. Noon out of 2. Yeah, we rude. What? Coming to you. Oh. Watch this. This man went down to the EC as bad as hell. Yeah, they cut off me light, cause he ain't paid the bill. He said, my brother got big boss. Yeah, we bad out there. You must see what lose his job. Oh, you don't know me, eh? Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with the sting. Come on. Yes, man. Come on. Get it. Get it. Oh, yeah. When we walk into a store, you know they like to shop. They spot one designer gown, they start to pull and yuck. Yeah, so you better let go. Better walk away. Don't make me go crazy up in here. Yeah, you don't know me, eh? Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Look here, don't be mad at us, you know. Hey, but you ain't know who he is, eh? You best to know. Head man, let's go, man. Listen, the boys them at the bar, they say it the most. But when they wife come around, you swear they see ghosts. As soon as she drive away, the first thing they say, see, I just run my house, my boy. Oh, you don't know me, eh? Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you rush and gets this thing. Come on. Oh, let's go. That's it, that's it. Come on. Yes, man. Go, go.
Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around me, clip your wing. Boy, this some Bohemian thing. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're rushing against the sting. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Come on. Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Oh! Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. No! Boy, you don't know me, yeah. You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're rushing against this thing.
Watch this. They all say that I
think I'm bad. I know you think I vulgar. I know you think I bad. But long time I hear big talk. But what these gals can do. But how they need the big wrench to loosen up their screw. Okay, I got your big wrench. Now what you want me to? Gal, come bring it right here. Cause I want to stick and move. Stick and move. Gal, get down to the groove. Baby, get up on it. Let me see what you can do. You got my body jumping. I won't give it all to you. Girl, come bring it this way. Cause I want to stick and move. Stick and move. Get down to the groove. Baby, get up on it. Let me see what you can do. Jingle it like money and I'll owe it all to you. Girl, come bring it this way. Cause I want to stick and move. Yes! Bring it! Ah, yeah. Come on. Watch this. Y'all bring your boom boom front way, then make a quick attack. Wind it to the back with, yeah, just like that. This dance is very simple, such a natural thing to do. Y'all come bring the rhythm, cause I want to stick and move, stick and move. Get down to the groove, baby, get up on it. Let me see what you can do. You got my body jumping, I won't give it all to you. Babe, come bring it this way, cause I want to stick and move, stick and move. What? Get down to the groove, baby, get up on it. Let me see what you can do. Jingle it like money and I'll owe it all to you. Babe, and bring it this way, cause I want to stick and move, stick and move. Yes! Woo! Stick and move. Gotta get down to the groove. Baby, get up on it. Let me see what you can do. You got my body jumping. I won't give it all to you. Babe, come bring it this way. Let me see you stick and move. Stick and move. Gotta get down to the groove. Baby, get up on it. Let me give it all to you. You got my body bumping. I won't give it all to you. Babe, come bring it this way. Let me see you stick and move. Stick and move. Get down to the groove. Baby, get up on it. Let me see what you can do. You got my body jumping. I